Bonjour et bienvenue dans le cours de français. Hello everyone and welcome to the French class. In today's class, we would be doing the topic le participe présent et le gérondif. So the present participle and the gérondif form that we would be doing today. So those of you who are joining for the first time in the class, my name is Anika Seth and I'm an educator on Unacademy for French language CBSE grade 9 and 10. So as you know that these topics we are also covering in the plus courses, like what we are having the live classes in the plus courses. So we are covering these topics we have covered already, and also in much more detail that we are doing the practice exercises, the questions. So for those of you who have not yet subscribed to the plus courses, you can just go to the Unacademy learning app and subscribe yourself to the plus courses in order to attend the live classes. So once you start attending, you will see the difference. It is very much beneficial because in a more regular way, you will be in touch with the subject, and also all the concepts will be totally clear. As you get the study material, you get the detailed explanation, the exhaustive coverage of the syllabus is there in the plus courses. Plus, you have doubt clearing sessions as well. So in those, you can easily solve all your queries, whatever doubts, whatever problems you are having. So if you haven't registered for the plus course as yet, just go to the Unacademy learning app and register yourself for the plus courses. You can see my referral code on the screen, ANIKALIVE. You can enter this referral code to get the additional benefits. So yes, hello everyone, those who are joining, those who are with me on the live chat. So let's start with the topic, le participe présent, and then we move to the gérondif. So first, the present participle of the verb. Now, what is the present participle and how it is used, how it is formed, and then what is the gérondif and difference between the two. So we begin with the present participle. The present participle of the form of the verbs is ending with ant, and this can be used as a verb, a gérondif, a noun, or an adjective. So the present participle form, like in English we say the ing form, is the form of the verb which is ending with ant over here, and this form can be used as a verb, it can be used as a gérondif, it can be used as a noun, or in the form of an adjective. And because this form has no specific subject pronoun, so for example, it is not conjugated in the way we conjugate the other verbs. The formation of the present participle we will be doing, but it is not a conjugation, it's not a tense of the verb, it is a mode of the verb. So since it has no subject pronoun, no number or person, it is an impersonal verb mood. So like I said, it is not a tense, it is a mode of the verb. And in English, the present participle is equal to verb in the ing form. So when we put verb plus ing, like doing, being, having, all of these are the present participles of the verbs. Now let's see the formation of the present participle, how we form the present participle. So, first of all, we conjugate the verb in the present tense nu form. We conjugate the verb with nu in the present tense. Then we remove the ons from the conjugation and replace it with ant. So see over here, The verb is written as chante. The first verb which we are doing is chante. Remove, conjugate the verb in the present tense, nous form. So the present tense conjugation is nous chantons. Now remove the ons from the conjugation of the verb and replace it with ant. First step, conjugate the verb in the present tense with nous subject pronoun. Second step, remove ons from the conjugation and replace it with ant. So, and as we said that the present participle is not dependent on any subject pronoun. It is not referring to any particular subject pronoun. So, we will not write this no over here, nor we will write je, tu, il, elle. No, the subject pronoun is not used in the present participle. It is only the verb in the ant ending. So, chanter, nous chantons, and the present participle becomes chantons. Chantant. Chantons is the present participle of the verb chanter. Then next verb we take is finir. Finir, follow the same step. Conjugate finir with nous. The conjugation of the verb is nous finissons. Remove ons from the verb and add ant. So, nous finissons is the present tense conjugation. When we remove ons and add ant, it becomes simply finissons. So, without the subject pronoun, we have to again write it without the subject pronoun because same logic, it is an impersonal mode. So, we are not referring to one particular person with the present participle. So, here no subject pronoun to be used. Just this form of the verb as finissons. Finissant. Then verb prendre. Conjugate the verb. Nous prenons. Remove ons. Put ant. And this becomes prenons. So chantons, finissons, prenons. All of these are the present participles of these respective verbs. So the pronunciation here is nous chantons, here it is chantons, it is similar. Finissons, finissons, prenons, prenons. So the pronunciation is similar in this, but here we are placing ons because it is the nous conjugation. It's the conjugation in the nous form. Nous chantons, nous finissons, nous prenons. And here we have placed ant, removed ons, removed the subject pronoun also. And so chanter, present participle is chantons. Finir, present participle is finissons. And prendre, present participle is prenons. Now all the verbs which we take, so any verb apart from these irregular what we have mentioned below, so that I'll come to, apart from these, any verb which you take will form the present participle in the same way. So, for example, if I take the verb faire or I take the verb danser, aimer, so we follow the same steps, conjugate with nous. So, for example, if firstly we take the verb faire, conjugation of faire with nous would be nous faisons, faisons. Remove ons from the verb, put ant, so faisant, faisons would be the conjugation, would be the formation of the present participle of the verb faire. Then same way, if I take the verb aimer, aimer, nous aimons, ons, remove ons, put ant, aimant. Aimons would be the present participle of the verb. Now there are three verbs which have irregular present participles. So these are irregular verbs. That means they do not follow the pattern what is given over here to conjugate in nu and then remove ons and put ant. These are irregular verbs. So verb savoir, the present participle is sachant. Verb être, present participle is étant. And verb avoir, present participle is ayant. Right? Les exemples. Voulant partir, il a demandé son anorak. Voulant partir. Now see the verb over here. Voulant is placed in the present participle form. So how we have formed this present participle? This is verb vouloir. So when we conjugate verb vouloir with nous, the conjugation of the verb is nous voulons. VOULONS. You remove ONS, remove the subject pronoun also nous and put ANT instead of ONS. So this becomes voulons and then the sentence is voulant partir, il a demandé son anorak. How do we translate this? What does this mean? Wanting to leave, he asked for his jacket. So wanting to leave. Now over here, this voulant is nowhere related to the subject pronoun il because we are not saying il veut partir. We are just saying voulant partir. So wanting to leave, not that he wants to leave, although the meaning is the same, but the sentence structure, how we are putting the words. Instead of the regular sentence structure of subject pronoun plus verb, we are using the present participle that wanting to leave, he asked for his jacket. Right? So it is just a way of putting the sentence, of putting the ideas and the thoughts, rather than writing il veut partir, alors il a demandé son anorak. So we are saying voulant partir, il a demandé son anorak. Then next one is nous avons vu Thomas manchant en ville. Nous avons vu Thomas manchant en ville. We saw Thomas eating in the city. So like we saw him in the city and he was eating. So nous avons vu Thomas manchant en ville. So here manchant is the present participle. How we have come to the how we have formed the present participle by conjugating verb manger in the nous form. Nous mangeons ONS, remove ONS and put ANT. So nous avons vu Thomas manchant en ville. Who was eating? Thomas was eating. So one thing in the present participle, here the subject pronoun is nous, but here manchant is being used for Thomas. So the subject of the sentence and the present participle do not have to be the same, right? Because the sentence starting with the subject pronoun nous, that we saw Thomas who was eating. So if we don't use the present participle, we can say nous avons vu Thomas qui mange en ville. So the relative pronoun qui we have replaced with the present participle. Right? Then third one, le temps n'étant pas trop mauvais, Max a pu jouer au foot. Le temps n'étant pas trop mauvais. So n'étant pas, which present participle is étant, its verb être. The weather not being too bad, Max could play football. So the weather not being too bad. So we could have also said le temps n'était pas trop mauvais, it was not too bad. Alors Max a pu jouer au foot. Au car le temps n'était pas trop mauvais, Max a pu jouer au foot. So, but just as I said, using a different sentence structure, we are using the present participle. So, le temps n'était pas trop mauvais, Max a pu jouer au foot. Okay. So, voulons is formed by vouloir. The formation of voulons, mangeons is in the same way what we have just now done, that we put new form present tense, then we remove ons and we put ant. So this formation is the same. In case of verb être, this is an exception. So it would be étant. And why verb être is an exception? Because in the new form, verb être does not end with ons because conjugation is nous sommes. So when it does not end with ons, we cannot replace it also. However, in case of savoir, it is savons, avoir is avons, but still these two also are irregular present participles. So these don't form the present participle in the same way. Right? Okay, next is le gérondif. So till now we have discussed the present participle. Now we come to the gérondif. So before the gérondif, just for those who have joined now, those who have joined late, what we have discussed so far is that the present participle of the verb is the form which is ending in ant. Like in English, the form of the verb which ends with ing is the present participle. Over here, the form which ends with ant is the present participle. Also, the present participle is an impersonal verb mood. Impersonal means that we are not talking about a particular, we are not referring to a particular person with the help of this past participle. Referring as in the context we are, but we are not conjugating the verb with that particular subject or subject pronoun, noun, whatever. So that is why it is impersonal. Whatever be the subject of the sentence, the present participle will remain the same. Then the formation of the present participle is done by conjugating the verb in the new form. Conjugate the verb in the new form, present tense. Like here, verb chanter, we have conjugated as nous chantons. Then remove the ons and put ant in place of it. So when we remove ons, we are left with chant. Add another ant to it and it becomes chanton, the present participle of the verb. And we do not put any subject pronoun with it because, as I said, it is an impersonal verb mood. It is not dependent on any subject pronoun. Then next is verb finir, which is conjugated as nous finissons in the present tense. Nous finissons in the present tense. Again remove ons and put ant. Then is verb prendre. Nous prenons. Remove ons, put ant. It becomes prenons. So all the verbs are conjugated, are formed in the form their present participle in the same way that we have just now discussed, except for these three: savoir, être, and avoir. Savoir, the present participle is sachant. Être, present participle is étant. And avoir, present participle is ayant. Right? Then the examples that we have discussed. Voulant partir, il a demandé son anorak. Voulant partir. So voulant is the present participle of the verb vouloir. Wanting to leave, he asked for his jacket. So wanting to leave, voulant partir. It's not il veut partir. If it was used with il as the subject pronoun, we would have conjugated the verb vouloir. So, voulant partir, il a demandé son anorak. Then, nous avons vu Thomas marchant en ville. So, nous avons vu Thomas qui mange en ville. It can also be written in this way. Who was eating? Qui mange. So, we have replaced the pronoun relative. So, one of the functions of the present participle is also to replace the relative pronoun. Then, le temps n'étant pas trop mauvais, Max a pu jouer au foot. Means the weather not being too bad, Max could play football. So the weather was not bad, that is why Max could play football. So we are expressing a cause, a reason, and a consequence. So the reason why Max could play football was that the weather was not too bad. So this verb of reason we have put in the participe présent. Le temps n'étant pas trop mauvais, Max a pu jouer au foot. Yes, now we come to the gérondif. Le gérondif. So the gérondif or the gerund, what we call in English, is formed with en, preposition en, plus the past, plus the present participle. So like in the beginning we discussed over here that the present participle may be used as verb as a gerund, means as a gérondif. So now we will see how it is used as a gérondif and what is the difference in the formation. So the gérondif is formed with preposition en preceding the present participle, means there is the preposition en placed before the present participle form of the verb. So en plus present participle gives us the gérondif. Now why it is used? So one of the reasons is it is used to stress that two actions are being done simultaneously. Two actions are being done simultaneously. So, for example, if I say that I eat my food while watching TV, or I'm driving while listening to the radio, while listening to music. So, in these sentences, I'm talking about two simultaneous actions. That means in the first one, I said I'm eating my food while watching TV. So, eating the food is one action. Watching TV is another action, but these two are being done at the same time. These two are being done at the same time. So it's not one after another, it is side by side. So as I'm eating my food, at the same time I'm watching TV. Then second example which I gave, I am driving while listening to music. So first action is that I'm driving and another action is listening to music. But both these actions are happening at the same time. So while I'm driving, at the same time I've switched on the radio and I'm listening to the music. So it is showing the simultaneous actions, that two actions are going on at the same time. It's not that first I'm driving, then I'm listening to music. Side by side, as I'm driving, I'm listening to music. So we are stressing the fact that two actions are going on at the same time. So one is the main action, that means eat or drive, And the secondary action, watching TV, listening to music, the secondary action is put in the gérondif. So, like in English, we are using while, eating food while watching TV, driving while listening to music. So, while in English could be translated as gérondif over here. And just like the present participle, this is also an impersonal verb mood because again, I am not putting it with any specific subject pronoun. I am saying that I am eating my food while watching TV. So, this while watching TV would remain the same even if I change the subject pronoun from I to you to he to she to they. He is eating food while watching TV. They are eating food while watching TV. So while watching TV remains constant. That is why it is an impersonal verb mood. It does not have a specific subject. Whatever be the subject, the gerundive will remain the same, like the present participle. Okay. So also one more thing that it has the same subject as the main verb. It has the same subject as the main verb. So, in case of this, here I told you that the subject is no and the present participle is put with Thomas. So, although this will not change, but there are two different subjects in the sentence. Here we are talking about the weather. We are talking about as a reason that why Max could play football because the weather was not too bad. So we can use different subjects in present participle, but in gerundive, it has the same subject as the main verb. So now, how do we form the gerundive? We form the gerundive in the same way like we have formed the present participle. The only difference over here is, like we read in the previous slide, that it has to be preceded by the preposition on. The present participle has to be preceded by the preposition on. So, if we take the same verbs, chanter, finir, et prendre, same thing, verb chanter conjugate with nous in the present tense. It becomes nous chantons. Remove ons, put ant. This forms your present participle. Before the present participle, put the preposition on. So, en chantant is the gérondif form of the verb. En chantant. So, like while singing. I am doing my homework while singing. So, while is the translation, like in English, we would say in the form of while. So, en as the preposition has to be there, followed by the present participle of the verb. So, next verb also like finir, nous finissons, present tense, finissons, double S-O-N-S, remove O-N-S, put A-N-T, it becomes on finissons. On as the preposition plus present participle of the verb. En finissant. Then prendre. Nous prenons. Remove ons. Put ant. Put the preposition en before this. En prenons. So, all the present participles, the formation we have already done. Same thing is to be done here also. Only thing which is to be added is the preposition on because the present participle is preceded by the preposition on. So, en chantant, en finissant, en prenant. Then here also the same three verbs which were irregular in the present participle. Here also have irregular form of the gérondif, savoir, since it was an irregular present participle. So gérondif will also be en sachant, être will be en étant, and avoir will be en ayant. En sachant, en étant, en ayant. So this is how we form the gérondif with the help of the present participle. So in a way, you just need to know the formation of the present participle, and gérondif you can automatically do because only you have to add preposition en. That's it. Les exemples. Dans le cas de deux actions simultanées. So first one is two simultaneous actions. Je travaille en écoutant la radio. Je travaille en écoutant la radio. Means I work or I'm working while listening to the radio. So what is happening? Two actions are going on at the same time. Like I just explained in the previous examples also, like I'm eating while watching TV or I'm driving while listening to music. So here I'm working while listening to the radio. So the work is one action. Listening to the radio is another action, but both these actions are going on at the same time. Otherwise, if it was one after another, so I would have said that je travaille et après j'écoute la radio ou je vais écouter la radio. So if this action was to be done afterwards, I would have used the future tense, or I would have simply said après j'écoute la radio, je travaille, I work, and afterwards I listen to the radio. But no, these are happening at the same moment, at the same time. So these are simultaneous actions. Je travaille en écoutant la radio. Then next is la condition. En faisant trop d'efforts, il s'est fait mal au dos. En faisant trop d'efforts, il s'est fait mal au dos. Means by doing too much of effort, he got his back hurt. By doing too much of effort. So over here it is translated as by. In English, by. So by doing something, by doing too much of effort, he hurt his back. So this is a condition. And last one is la manière. Elle est partie en pleurant. She left while crying. So it is a manner, it is a situation. Like how did she leave? While crying. So these are also two actions at the same time, that she was leaving and she was crying. So, but it is also a mode, a manner in which the thing is happening, that she left while crying. So one of the ways to see how we can use the, if we have to use the gérondif or not, is by asking the questions como in these sentences. Now see over here, je travaille en écoutant la radio. Si je demande comment travailles-tu? Comment travailles-tu? Je travaille en écoutant la radio. When you get the answer to this como, it is clear that you have to place the gérondif, not the present participle. So even if we place it like this, it won't make sense in the sentence that I work listening to the radio, because in English we might say it like this, I work listening to the radio. But while over here is important. I work while listening to the radio. So I work listening to the radio. It is not a formal way, it is not a proper way of putting the sentence. Alors, comment travailles-tu? Je travaille en écoutant la radio. Then next one also. En faisant trop d'efforts, il s'est fait mal au dos. Comment s'est-il fait mal au dos? En faisant trop d'efforts. How did he get his back hurt? By doing a lot of or too much of effort. So again we are getting the answer to como, that by doing something happened and so he got his back hurt. Then third one also, la manière, elle est partie en pleurant, she left while crying. Comment est-elle partie? Elle est partie en pleurant. So in all of these, we are getting the answers to como. That is why it's clear that we will place the gérondif. Now again the question, le gérondif ou le participe présent. When used as a verb, the French present participle expresses an action that is simultaneous with but not necessarily related to the action of the main verb. So there are two uses for this: to modify a noun or express an action which is related to the main verb. Now, when we are modifying a noun, then what happens? Sachant le danger, je n'y suis pas allé. Knowing the danger, I didn't go. Sachant le danger. So, le danger is the noun. Ayant faim, il a mangé tout le gâteau. Being hungry, he ate all the cake. So, because he was hungry, so this was the reason he ate all the cake. Now, in this one, we can ask the question pourquoi. Pourquoi n'es-tu pas allé? Pourquoi n'es-tu pas allé? Sachant le danger parce que je savais le danger. So, pourquoi is giving the answer. I mean, pourquoi the question is asked and the answer we are getting is as the reason that will be placed in the present participle. Pourquoi n'es-tu pas allé? Parce que je sais ou je savais le danger. So, this shows that savoir verb has to be placed in the present participle because the question being answered is pourquoi. Whereas in the gérondif, we were asking the question comment. Then, ayant faim, il a mangé tout le gâteau. Pourquoi a-t-il mangé tout le gâteau? Parce que il a faim. So when you are getting the answer to parce que, you are putting the present participle. But in these ones, we are not getting the answer to pourquoi. See, je travaille en écoutant la radio. So if I ask pourquoi travailles-tu en écoutant la radio? No, that's not the answer. Same way, pourquoi, pourquoi est-elle partie en pleurant ou pourquoi pleure-t-elle? So we are not getting the answer to pourquoi. That is why here como is the question in gérondif, pourquoi is the question in present participle. Then une fille lisant un livre est venue au café. Une fille lisant un livre est venue au café. Now here it is not giving us the answer to pourquoi, but still it is modifying the noun. A girl reading a book came to the cafe. So une fille qui lit un livre, we also said that present participle can replace the relative pronoun qui. So if in this sentence I say une fille qui lit un livre est venue au café, still it will be correct. Now instead of qui lit, I have put lisons as the present participle. So again we know that we need to put a present participle over here, not the gérondif. Je l'ai vu achetant des livres. I saw him buying some books. So over here I saw him buying the books. So who was buying the books? He only was buying the books, and I saw him when he was buying the books. Then is to express an action which is related to the main verb. Now, first of all, describe an action that is related to and simultaneous with the action of the main verb, usually translated as while or upon. So, elle lisait en mangeant. She read while eating. Elle lit como. Elle lit en mangeant. How was she reading? She was reading while eating. So now we are getting the answer to the question como. Here you cannot ask pourquoi. Pourquoi lit-elle? No, that's not the answer. Elle lit en mangeant. So we are getting the answer to como. Then en voyant les fleurs, elle a pleuré. Upon seeing the flowers, she cried. So here it is upon means the action is related to the main verb. That en voyant, while seeing the flowers, she cried. Then il ne peut pas travailler, il ne peut pas parler en travaillant. Il ne peut pas parler en travaillant. He can't talk while working. So again the action is related to the main verb that he cannot talk while he is working. So these actions are related. Seeing the flowers and crying, actions are related. Reading the book and eating, the actions are related. So over here, une fille lisant un livre. So une fille qui lit un livre, we can use the relative pronoun over here. So over here, if we say une fille en lisant un livre, means the girl came to the cafe while reading. Is not the same thing as girl reading a book came to the cafe. Then next one is to express an action that is related to the main verb. The second point, explain how or why something is happening, translated by using by. So in this one, like we said, en faisant trop d'effort, il s'est fait mal au dos. By doing too much of effort, he got his back hurt. So when we translate something as by, c'est en pratiquant que vous le faites bien. It is by practicing that you do it well. Comment vous le faites bien? En pratiquant. How will you do it well? By practicing. Then, elle a maigri en faisant beaucoup de sport. Elle a maigri. She got thin by exercising a lot, by doing a lot of sports. Comment a-t-elle maigri? En faisant beaucoup de sport. So in most of the cases, what we are noticing is that if we get an answer to our question, comment, we know that it is a gérondif. En m'habillant vite, j'ai gagné 5 minutes. By getting dressed quickly, I saved 5 minutes. Comment as-tu gagné 5 minutes? En m'habillant vite. How did you save time? 5 minutes? By getting ready quickly. So, comment, comment, comment. Comment vous le faites bien? Comment a-t-elle maigri? Comment as-tu gagné 5 minutes? Alors, la réponse de la première question, en pratiquant, en faisant beaucoup de sport, en m'habillant vite. Then to replace a relative clause. So here it is to replace a relative clause, we are using the present participle. Les étudiants venant de l'Afrique. Les étudiants qui viennent de l'Afrique. So we have replaced qui plus verb as the present participle. Les médecins parlent français. Alors, les médecins qui parlent français. Les membres voulons partir. Les membres qui veulent partir. So, same thing what we discussed in the previous examples also, that it can replace qui. The present participle can replace qui. So the difference between the two is that the present participle modifies a noun, whereas the gérondif expresses something related to the verb. Like, j'ai vu Luke sortant de l'école. I saw Luke leaving the school. So I saw him as he was leaving. So the noun over here, Luke, is modified by sortant. So sortant is the present participle. Means who was leaving the school? Luke was leaving the school. I saw Luke leaving the school. I was not leaving. Luke was leaving. So the noun which is given is Luke. Je is the subject. So Luke as the noun is being modified by using the present participle. I saw Luke leaving the school. I saw him as he was leaving. So the noun Luke is modified and sortant is the present participle. But if I write the same sentence as J'ai vu Luke en sortant de l'école, now what's the meaning of the sentence? I saw Luke while leaving the school. So what's the difference? I saw Luke leaving the school. I saw Luke while leaving the school. The difference in the two sentences is that in the first one, Luke was leaving the school when I saw him. And in the second sentence, I was leaving the school when I saw him. Right? So I saw Luke while leaving the school means I saw him when I was leaving. The verb saw is modified. Who saw Luke? It's the subject only. I was leaving, I saw Luke. So subject is the same over here. So en sortant is the gérondif form. Parce que je est le sujet. Je is the subject. View is the verb. And this gérondif, this action is happening on whom? It is happening on the subject only. So the subject, the noun over here, Luke is not being modified. There is no change in Luke. The gérondif is affecting the meaning of the subject pronoun. That in the first one, I saw him leaving the school. So he was leaving. There is a change with Luke. But in the second one, I saw him while leaving the school. So I was leaving. Both the actions I was doing. There is no change in Luke. The change is with me that I saw him and I was leaving. Right? Now the present participle is also used as an adjective, like l'adjectif verbal. So present participle is also used as an adjective. So like the other adjectives, this also has to agree with the gender and number of the noun. So if I put it over here, un film amusant. So amuse is the verb, amusant is the present participle, but over here it is used as an adjective with un film, and it is amusant. Since film is masculine, it is singular. So the form of the adjective is same as the present participle. There is no accord of the adjective. See the second one. De l'eau courante means running water. So de l'eau courante, eau féminine courante with E. Un match passionnant. Passionnant, le participe présent comme un adjectif. Avec un match, il n'y a pas de accord. Une équipe surprenante. Une équipe surprenante. So équipe is feminine, that is why surprenante with E. So it is also used as the adjective, but that adjective has to be accorded. It has to agree with the gender and number of the noun like all other adjectives do. So few verbs which are put in the present participle and the adjective form also. So the adjective where it ends with ent. So mostly all these verbs which you can see, affluer, the present participle is affluent, but the adjective is afflu. Afflu over here with ent, not ant. Then differe, différent, present participle, and différent with ent is the adjective. Diverger, divergent, and divergent. Here it is only ent, here it is eant. Exceller, excellent, excellent. Ent, ent. Expédient, expédient. Précédent, précédent. Violent, violent. So all these which are ending with ant in the present participle end with ent in the adjective. Now the adjectives which end with cant. So a verb like communicate, quer. The present participle form is communicant because when we remove ons put ant it becomes the present participle. But here instead of quant we put cant. So this becomes the adjective. Quant is replaced by cant. Then convaincre. Here also conjugation of the verb is convaincant, quant. In the adjective it becomes cant. Fabriquer, fabricant, fabricant. Provoquer, provoquant, provoquant. Suffoquer, suffocant, suffocant. All these which are quant form cant in the adjective form. Then the adjectives which end with gant, like a verb like delegate. Here it is delegant, guant. So as the adjective, it will only be gant. Extravagant, extravagant, extravagant. Guant is the present participle. Gant is the adjective. Fatigant, fatigant. Intrigant, intrigant. Navigant, navigant. Then irregular, sachant et savant. Sachant et savant. So these are the present participles and the adjectives. So what we have learned today is that the present participle, which can be used as simply the present participle form of the verb, or it can be used as the gérondif. So we learned the formation of the present participle, we learned the formation of the gérondif. And those are almost similar except for that in the gérondif you need to add en preposition or before the present participle. Then the uses of the present participle and of gérondif, and also the difference, that how to find out whether we are placing a present participle form or we are placing a gérondif form. So that is all that we discussed over here, right? So now if you have any doubts, you can just post your queries in the live chat, those who are with me in the live chat. For anyone who is having any query, any doubt. Okay. So as I was telling you in the beginning of the class also, that these all topics are being covered in the plus courses, in the live classes that are happening at much more length and in much more detail, as we are doing a lot of exercises, a lot of practice questions and worksheets, and also the quizzes and everything that is being done in the plus courses. So again, if you have not subscribed to the plus courses, I would recommend that you subscribe to it as soon as possible. You subscribe, go to the Unacademy Learning app and choose the subscription plan of your choice. As you can see over here, the iconic subscription plans are there, plus subscription plans are there. You can choose any. With the iconic one, you get for the preparation a personal mentor, and you can subscribe for 9 to 12, 10 to 12, whatever the level you are at, and you can choose according to the time period the subscription plans. So my referral code is ANIKALIVE. As you can see on the screen, at the bottom of the screen, it is ANIKALIVE. You can just enter the referral code, and then you would be eligible to subscribe to attend all the live classes which are happening for all the subjects daily. So there are live classes, of course. There is study material which you can download. There are doubt clearing sessions so that all your topics, all the concepts are clear. And also, you get a lot of practice exercises and worksheets to do so that the topics are absolutely clear. So, take the subscription for class 9 to 12. And as you know that the exams are near now, so you need to plan, you need to be in touch regularly with the subject, with the concepts, so you can study in a much more organized way, in a much better way while you are taking the live classes. So like it's the best way to prepare for your exams, and through this you will surely be able to score your best in the exams, because it would be the best way of preparation. So as you can see over here, you get the schedule, like when all the classes are scheduled with the topics and everything, then the downloaded material which you can see, the study material, you can ask doubts, you can see the previous videos. So for example, you have missed the session or something, you can watch the history. So a lot of benefits of the plus courses over here. Then there are the test series also for SST, maths, physics. So you can just see all the details on the screen over here, and you can attend these sessions, the test series, so as to again prepare for the exams in a better way. Then there is a creative corner which has loads of interesting stuff for to be creative. That is like doodling, storytelling, magic tricks, Vedic maths, robotics, coding, debating, public speaking. So a whole lot of interesting stuff is there and on the creative corner. So that also you are eligible to take the creative corner subscription with the plus courses. Then there is a Revise-a-thon 2.0 5-day revision marathon, which is curated for the learners of class 9 to 12. So this event will be from 16 January to 20th January, 10 to 8:30, and get set to attend the special event where leading educators will cover all important topics in just 5 days. So it's a revision marathon, like a crash course. In 5 days, you can learn all the important topics, and the details are mentioned on the screen, the date and the timings. So revise all topics in 5 days, conducted by leading educators and free for all learners. So a great chance to just brush up your concepts of whatever the important things, the questions are there. So this is for class 9 to 12, 16 to 20th January. Like you can see the schedule over here for social science, science, maths, English. So all these sessions are designed to pace up your revision. So as I said that the batches are ongoing for the plus courses, for the live classes. So you just go to the Unacademy Learning app and subscribe yourself, register yourself, and so that you are able to attend these live classes and take maximum benefit out of it. So thank you all for joining today's session and hope to see you all in the upcoming sessions as well, and also in the plus courses live classes. So don't forget the referral code. It is Anika Live, what you can see on your screen, Anika Live. So just go and register on the Unacademy Learning app. Thank you everyone for attending the session. Bye bye and see you next time. Au revoir et à bientôt. Merci beaucoup.